Hi guys, Kirk and family here with kirkgiordano plastering. Today I want to point out something that a fella asked me. He says, Kirk, what's the difference between red team versus green team? Okay, red float versus green float. I'll tell you, the red float is actually more for bricklayers and concrete. It compresses and brings, if you keep going, it'll bring the sand out just a little bit. But if it's wet like this, it'll bring it out a little bit more. Now the green float, that is designed to pull the aggregate out much more. Aggregate, a fancy word for sand. And concrete, it's rocks. It's just a fancy word when I say aggregate. Okay, I'll show you the difference. All right. We took a wall here. It's kind of wet, guys. Oh, Kirk is so good. All right, let's fix that. What I wanted to show you is the difference. It's usually, guys, when you do this, you homeowners, allow it to set another 15-20 minutes. It depends on the weather. Right now it's cold. It's like 50 degrees. It's cold. So anyway, I'm trying to prove a point here with this. It'll make it, because it's so wet, it'll pull out a little bit of, it'll make it a little sandier than when it's perfectly ready. Well, I'll show you. Okay, you take the red float. And notice the red float actually, it compresses it and it pulls out the aggregate, but if this was dry it would be super fine. Now, I mean that's pulling out the aggregate, but when it's ready it won't pull out as much, it'll just compress it. You take a green sponge float, that same wall, you put your water in it, tap out some of your water. The green sponge float now will pull out twice as much. You see that? It's pulling out a lot more. Now, I want to pull out a lot because I want to match this. So what I'll do is I'll come here and pull up. Again, the red float it's okay. I don't generally use it. However, we were at a job site, about a month ago, and a fella, he says, hey Kirk, you know what, I did all these retaining walls by watching your videos. And I thought, really? That must have taken you some time. And I was thinking, man, it probably took this guy, 2 weeks. And he says, yeah, it took me a year. I said, a year? He says, well, I was just working weekends. I said, don't tell me, let me guess. You use Portland cement base. And I said, you watch my videos? He said, yeah, I watched all your videos. I said, well, I don't show a red float. He says, what's a red float? I said, it's like this green one, except it's red. He said, how'd you know I used that? I said, because your sand is really, really fine. And he went and got his tools. Sure enough, he was using a red float. All that means is you could use it, but you're going to have a super fine finish. This is really heavy, so we don't want to use this. So anyway, getting back to the old red float versus the green float. The green float is what we want for the stucco purposes, especially to match a finish that is heavy, because we want to bring the aggregate out. The red one will embed it more. So we don't use that. Anyhow, there's the difference between them, guys. When you ask me what's the difference between a red float and a green float, bricks, concrete, compressed, bringing the aggregate out here if you know what you're doing. Anyway, my name is Kirk. Jason on the camera. We're all working here together, the whole family, having a good time. Thought I'd take the time out to show you this difference. Anyway, we thank you for watching, and as usual, see you guys on the next one. Once again, folks, we thank you for watching, and I really enjoy all your comments.
If you guys like this video, please click the like button down below, and also if you enjoy what we do, subscribe to our channel so we can keep making these videos for you.
My name is Kirk.
And Jay.
We thank you for watching, and from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one.